2 in the morning, and I just want to make sure that you have in fact watched the first video before watching this one. If you haven't, it gives you a good setup for what these vlogs are and what they try to incorporate, so I've put them in the description box below, so make sure to watch that. If you've already watched that one, thanks for watching that one, and here we go. I don't know how I can tell you about today. I guess I just have to start at the start. This morning everyone went down for breakfast and there were delays. Lots of delays. They weren't making anything. And it turns out we're getting really low on food. Like, we won't have enough to get us through today. Through today. That's how bad it's got. Those refugees at the gate let in more and more. They're eating our food. I want to help, but my folks are going to be starving. So that's got to be dealt with today. Our little bird now. He's a special one. He don't talk. Had a little whiteboard that he writes on. He was near the pit fiends last night apparently and heard Uncle Boss, the leader of them, say that he wanted to kill the mayor. Now the mayor runs the town, and even though we ain't ever seen him, we all pay him bullets to be here. They're meant to maintain the walls, they're meant to have guards around, but as shit gets worse and worse, ain't nobody around helping. What are we paying for? Why are we following this person? I see that. But I am terrified at the idea of a town run by the pit fiends. So I'm stowing that. I'm stowing that up here. And trying to find a way. All day I was just trying to think, how can do we tell the mayor? Potentially have the fiends wiped out that way. Don't have to worry about folk getting eaten in town anymore. Or do we band together with them and run our own town? Is that possible? But yeah, basically next thing was the yard sale. That was really good. Everyone had their potato sacks to sit on, and one of the mutants even came and sat on one himself and sold some stuff, and we were okay with that, and got lots of good trades. Some of the stuff went really well. Little trinkets and electronical junk and, just physical junk that people use for stuff, I think was the most popular. Not many skin mags going, which is a bit sad because I do have quite a few, but I think we'll make some good trades with them, and they're always good to trade for food, so that's lovely. The restaurant likes them. They put them up on their walls. Some nice fine artwork there for folk to look at. But yeah, anyway, it was it's good. Everyone, all the different factions came through and traded and bought some stuff, and there were rumors that people were going to come and try and make a fuss, but we had plenty of guards around, and everyone behaved themselves. They were nice. No one stole anything. No violence. It was a good morning. And I noticed Mama Vulture going around giving presents to everybody from a box of stuff she'd buried a long time ago. And that got me a little worried. Got me real worried. I got to talk to Biscuit a bit more, and look, she things had happened to her. She was not okay. She felt her health had gotten so bad that she was counting her days as well. But when she goes, she could take some folk with her. Now, she wanted to take out Uncle Boss, or potentially the Dean, both had really wronged the mutants and her. She, I don't know the whole story with the Dean, but she has a lot of hate in her heart. So we talked, and I said, now look, you can. And if you decide to, you let us know, and it might be something that can benefit everyone, right? If you take out Uncle Boss, maybe the rest of them go, right? But then I looked at her and I didn't want her to go. I didn't want to lose Biscuit. It was too high of a cost. And I'm still holding out hope for other answers, other solutions. So I told her. Because if this happened, if she did that, that'd be it for the mutants. The other factions would rise up and say they're too powerful and too scary and wipe them all out. And then we're just disintegrating from the inside. So I told her that she had a choice to make. We had some folk come by right towards the end of the yard sale outside the walls. Called themselves the Steel Legion. Now they're bad. They want us to pay 200 bullets a month to not kill us. They said they'd help with our other problems, make sure there were less attacks and things like that from other folks, and keep the town generally safe. We keep paying them. But we can't. We're barely surviving. And we'll starve to death before that ever happens. So they said they'd be back in 24 hours with either wanting the bullets or killing every one of us. And I told her, I said, now, you can stand up against folk in the town, or you can show them what an amazing ally the mutants can be by helping defend this town. Finding another way. Finding any other way to make people realize that the mutants are strong, but we need them on our side. We need them with us, not against us. And I could see that something rang true in her. So I'm hoping she does the right thing. But I feel like she'll tell me no matter what she's going to do. There's some folks that came from the Soldiers of the True America. Now, they said they want us to be part of America 2.0. But they don't take by force. They don't take by force. They basically come in, we all agree to the new Constitution. And then they offer us some protection. They could get us some emergency food. And our land's pretty good for doing crops, apparently. We've got the space. We just need all the supplies, and they're willing to give us the supplies. Basically, every crop, they'll take a percentage. But they'll help us get there. They'll make sure we're fed, that we ain't starving. Have a few more guards for gates and stuff. Seems too good to be true, if you tell me. It seems awful convenient, because some of my folks who are kind to the refugees said there were a group of folks taking all their stuff as a fee to bring them to sanctuary, dropping them quite close, and telling them if they come and work a hard day, they can get free food and water. Now, we're barely surviving as is, but if it goes the way it should, then we could be able to have the refugees in, have them work the fields, and all that sort of thing. Can easily pay them in food and water if we have it. We have good water. Mama, she's telling me she wasn't doing okay. And I know she hasn't been for a long time. I told her she had to keep fighting, and we needed her. And she said she's just a waste of resources. And I said we would give every resource for her. And she said that's not right, that's not what Junker's about. We can't make one person more important than everyone else. Now, the dean told her she had 24 hours. And then she'd slip into a coma. And then she'd be in that coma for a few days before passing. And that's not how she wants to go. I said he might be wrong. She said he isn't. She felt that she didn't even remember the soldiers of True America. Man introduced himself. She didn't remember his name. It was just minutes before. She said she won't eat another meal. She's going to say goodbye to everybody and walk off into the wastes. And we're not allowed to follow her. We're not allowed to follow her. So we got everyone together so she could tell them. And that was it. She told them there was nothing left to do. There was no more fight left. She wouldn't eat another meal. And she was going out on her terms. And no one was happy. No one wanted it to happen. But she said we had to fight on. And take care of ourselves and each other. The dean has given her lots of medicine so she can just go out, find the spot she wants to be in, and slip off and not be in pain anymore. Now our Hess, was engaged to a really lovely girl. She was from the militia. Widget calls her a little box of hammers. 'Cause she is really dim, that girl. They wanted to have the wedding before Mama went. So we went and got the militia and let them know we're gonna have a quick shotgun wedding so Mama could see it. But in the meantime, some of our guys had gone over the fence. There was an attack over there, and a lot of the militiamen were hurt. Some of ours were hurt. And Tex was fighting for his life. They were going into surgery. But some of the militia came to the wedding. It was a good wedding. But it was so bittersweet. Celebrating that union, trying to be happy in those last few moments we had with her. And then we all walked down to the gate together. Now Crystal, she's militia now. About 10 months ago, she married 8 Ball, who's now leaders in the militia. And Yeah, so she's militia now, but she was a junker. And she came with us. We got the news that Tex died on the way to walk Mama out. And all the militia were going back to grieve and deal with that. But Cristal came with us. And we all got to say one more goodbye. Now you wouldn't know this, but a lot of us were found in the wastes. We often call ourselves junk. Mama saved me from the waste. I was nearly dead when she found me. I was just skin and bones. That woman was everything to me. And she went back in those wastes to end everything. And it was the hardest moment of my life to not run after her. And I shed my tears. I might not be okay, but I'm strong. Junkers are strong. And now more than ever, I had to step up. I had to step up. I'm sorry. I think that's all I can do right now. So much more happened today. The day just got much worse.